Hey there, Hamish here from Circles. Here to just create a bit of a video for you guys who are going into winter, looking at what are the best ways that you can utilize Circles to continue improving through that time and get into shape for the spring and summer season coming up. So what we'll do is we'll cover a little bit about performance optimization and how that breaks into on-course and practice, and then how you're going to be able to utilize Circles through the winter period. So as we look at performance optimization, it of course starts with measurement of your current capabilities. And so what you've been doing through entering rounds is getting that good understanding of, what are my, capabilities out on the course in every area of my game, and what's my ability or capacity to be able to execute those skills onto the golf course. So really important through there, and that's what you've been doing through adding those rounds. And so what we can do from that is get an understanding, as you've seen from your own account of, how your benchmark looks in terms of this gold line here. So that's what we're aiming for, and then your performance in blue. So outside the gold line, you're outperforming, and inside the gold line is where there might be some opportunity for improvement. So got a really good understanding through here. But to optimize performance, what we then need to do is look at what are the things that we should be practicing, how should we be practicing, and then how can we measure that practice to ensure that we are continuously getting closer. So within winter, we know there's going to be limited chance that you'll be able to get out on the course and in a condition that's going to be similar to that where you might have recorded these rounds. But that's why it's more important now than ever to be looking at your practice goals and setting up a plan for winter. So as we can kind of go through your trends and have a look in, let's take approaches for an example. We can see that in the different areas of my game, this is my capability in each area. So my ability to hit the ball close from the fairway, 100 to 125 yards, averaging 22.5 feet. Great. So now I know how I've been performing during that period of time, but I also know what I need to be aiming for in practice. So if this is a particular area that I want to be focusing on, that I want to get closer to my goal, that I want to see improvement in, then we start using these as measures for us through that winter period by getting into the training plans and getting into the practice goals and starting to log information across there. So first step would be going through in detail either through each of these sections and subsections, or by using the advanced insights that we've got in Circles and the modeling that we have around the improvement opportunities to outline what are the areas that we might want to focus on over that winter period. We can look at what those particular KPIs are that we want to be achieving, and then we can start to log practice against it. So the second part of performance optimization is looking at, when are we practicing, what are we practicing, and how are we performing in that practice. And that gives us the full feedback loop to know that, we're getting closer, especially in winter when we're not going to be getting out on the course as much. We can't be measuring our on-course performance, and we know that the conditions of the course means that it's not always going to be a fair representation of how we've been playing in the summer. The practice side is really important to get that feedback loop and to look at, are we doing everything as well as we can be in this area, or do we need to make changes? So by clicking on log practice, what this will do is bring up every area of your game with bespoke targets specifically for you around how you're performing in each area. So we can look at everything from driving down through approaches and the proximity, with focus areas that we've highlighted here just for you in terms of what are the things that will be most impactful for your game, through short game and into putting as well. So with this, it's, as we say, putting that plan in place and having really clear KPIs around what are the outcomes that you're wanting to achieve, working with your coach in terms of what a winter plan looks like, and then providing that feedback loop of how you're performing in that particular area so that you can know that you're getting closer to your goal. What we don't want to do is go through our winter training without that objective understanding of performance, without the complete insight as to how we've been performing, especially against our summer play and through the fall as well. What we want to be doing is getting objective, measurable results so that when we come back into the season, we're not finding out then whether our winter training has been successful or not. We're finding out every day, every week that we're going out, whether we're slowly and incrementally moving towards our goal. This is what's going to get you into the best position for your summer golf. If you've got any questions about how you can line up your program, working with your coach to focus on the right areas and tracking that over time through winter, feel free to get in touch with our team. We'd love to help.